We're coming to green, folks. San Diego restart time. Ty Majeski and Layne.
Here we go.
Here on the front row. We're coming to green as the pace car pulls into pit lane. They pull around the final corner, and the green flag is out. We're back racing in San Diego. Layne got a great run. He takes the lead. Gio trying to get second on Majeski, and he can't quite clear him through one, but maybe he can get him down this long straightaway, heading to turn two. Big hill, turn two, fanning out 5 wide. Look out back in the pack. Can everyone make it through? Oh, Landon Lewis clipped the tire barrier, but he's all right. Battle for second is on. Majeski and Gio. Majeski's going to take it, but Layne is pulled out to a 2.5-second gap.
And you see Honeycutt at the tail end of this shot right there, back there, racing.
Butterbean battling hard with Christian.
In that 12 Ram truck.
Must got that truck fixed up after that hard hit.
And Christian gets 6.
Well, this is exactly what
Butterbean falls to 8th. Jackson Lee, shout out to him, he's 9th. And Nathan, he's up to 3rd. Or no, he's 5th. Fox having a Fox moment. Look at Jimmy sending it in. Look out. And he clips Butterbean and knocks Jackson Lee off. Jimmy coming in hot. Jesus.
Got in there a little hot, and I think maybe locked up those front tires.
He's beating and banging with a fellow Toyota brother. I think that's Kaz. Yes, it is.
Johnson in 10th.
Jimmy and Kaz side by side. Right-hander. They get tight. Kaz may have hit the inside wall, but Jimmy's going to clear for 10th.
Good to see him back behind the wheel.
See Jimmy down there on the bottom. His tires
Look out.
Went by 3 or 4 of them, Mike, but it was out of control. Luckily, that didn't tear up a bunch of trucks right there.
Hayden Honeycutt is a
Jimmy hasn't had this great of a run in a long time. And he's in the catbird seat. He's on fresh tires, but he's behind the 38 of Chandler, who's the first truck on fresh tires. Jimmy trying to pass his Tricon teammate Adam, but he can't quite do it through that chicane.
With 30 on that 31.
Layne leading by almost 3 seconds.
Layne Riggs, time
as they all go single file through the Arby's chicane.
Christian Eckes, the top 5. Butterbean hanging on to 6th right now, guys. Jackson Lee.
Gio 3rd, Ankrum 4th.
Still in the top 10.
As we got 14 to go.
I just love it when that happens, Jamie. You get into the race late. You got Jackson Lee, Butterbean Queen.
Majeski 2nd, then Gio right behind him, and then Chris, or that's Ankrum in 4th. Honeycutt's there, as well as Nathan, and then Christian, and the first truck on fresh tires, Chandler. But he's already 6 seconds behind his teammate and the leader of the race, Layne Riggs.
The pack now, but meanwhile up front, 14 laps to go here. Layne
14 to go as we're racing around the naval base. Layne's in cruise control.
Yeah, and the way that this caution fell,
onto the back
really
straightaway,
the field.
Bouncing off the bumps here at the naval base. There you see the spotter stand way in the back through that corner that we just went by. Long straightaway here. Layne's nearly out of the 88 of Majeski's sight line.
And is still sitting there running 5th right now. Chandler Smith, who was dominating the race, running 7th.
Chandler right on the back of the 76 of Nathan. He got by the 91 of Christian. Can he get by Nathan here in that Spencer Boyd Freedom Enterprises truck? He pulls to the inside, heading up to this left-hander. He should have him as Honeycutt peeks to the inside on Ankrum. Chandler gets by Nathan.
Close on fuel. They told him to build a gap and then manage it. And a couple seconds ago, he came over the radio and said, I want you to go 80% on the straightaway. So they are close on fuel, trying to manage it here.
And the 34 of Layne is close on gas.
He's sitting a little pretty. Scott Zipadelli reminding him that he's got a lot of time to go. Just work this truck little by little, guys. Remember, he got into that wall. They had to come down pit road and made that stop for tires and took fuel. Caden Honeycutt could be the one that moves up in this race just on fuel alone, guys.
So Caden Honeycutt sitting pretty.
As far as fuel goes, he pitted on lap 30.
He's got to hold off the 38 without overstepping. He has a ton of right side damage. And he's right behind his teammate Gio. for
But that's a
P3.
great position. And you heard earlier Chandler Smith's team tell him we're in trouble.
In the final
put
corner,
ourselves in a
Layne
bind here.
leads,
He's in the
13 to
top
go.
10 with plenty of fuel to go to the finish. He can run
Honeycutt to the
all way
inside of
to
Gio. This is for third. Turn one. The Tricon boys side by side nearly come together.
Caden Honeycutt. They go
Through the
down
hill. Into
into
turn two. Honeycutt deeper on the brakes. Nearly clears Gio and does clear Gio around the outside. But the 38 of Chandler's pushing. Ankrum defends to the inside on Chandler. Chandler's going to peek 3 wide. 3 wide. Look out. They all made it.
I can't believe they made it.
Smith on the
And Chandler's going to get a pair of them.
head of both.
Almost clear, and he does clear Tyler Ankrum around the sweeping right.
He also knows
On the train tracks, Chandler up to fourth. He's right there behind Caden Honeycutt.
Layne Riggs has to go into fuel conservation mode. They don't know if they're going to be able to make it. So if he's gonna
Majeski's gapped Honeycutt. Honeycutt's gapped Chandler. The race is between the top 4 trucks at the moment.
Fairly good lap time, but Chandler Smith knows that he has to go.
If Chandler can pull away from Ankrum and Gio and start catching Honeycutt, he'll have a chance, as Honeycutt is catching Majeski.
Get there. And now we're sitting right there on the bubble. Some guys that might not be able to quite make it. This guy up front, leading the race in control.
Layne way ahead by 2.5 seconds. The gap has come down a bit. Now it's back up to 2.8.
To racing, lap 36. Chandler
What a
Smith
track this is here at San Diego. My oh my, this looks amazing here racing on this naval base. There you see
13
Jimmy
laps
in
to
the
go
1.
here at Naval
He's
Base,
past Christian.
Coronado. We're gonna
That's
step
for
aside.
P8.
You won't miss a thing. We're going Fox side by side.
Side-by-side commercials.
I've doubted myself more times than I can count.
There's a
Heard
lap
every
truck.
opinion. Read every headline.
All right, here's Layne heading into the RB chicane.
But when you're surrounded by the right people, you learn it's about more than just racing. It's about why you're racing.
Final corner,
You're racing for. And when you
12 to
realize
go.
that, you
Leading
take
by
control
2.8
of your
seconds, so he's
sport.
managing the gap.
Runners will do
Then
anything
Majeski,
to
then
cut to the
Honeycutt,
win.
then Chandler.
When you can go fast the
Ankrum's
easy way,
rounding out the
Gaines
top
race
5,
catches
then
them
Gio,
first. High
then
performance running
Nathan.
shows
What a
designed to
run
cut
in
through
that
the wind
76
with
truck.
unbelievable speed.
Then Jimmy,
Plus,
then
the
Christian.
lightweight features
Here's
a gear
Kaz
up. Go
on
fast.
rudder
Schedules
bean
slip
for
into
10th, and Kaz gets it.
Behold, the DQ $7 meal deal built to satisfy.
Butterbean looks outside.
Full-size
Turn
foods
2.
that really
Might be a
fill you.
pass happening in the
Upgrade
back.
with Blizzard
That's
Fridge.
Adam getting attacked
Like
and
the
passed by
Blizzard
Daniel
Fridge.
Hemrick.
DQ.
And Tyler Reif is on the inside of Adam.
At Mother's, we've never met a highway we didn't love or a mess we
Move
couldn't take
Reif
on.
to 13th.
Mother's interior care products are designed to take the guesswork out of maintaining the interior of your vehicle. Mother's Interior Care.
Big
Give it
scrum
that
here.
mother's love.
Since the dawn
Mini.
of America, we've craved speed.
That's Justin Haley actually trying to get around Ben Rhodes. Haley and Minnie's trucks are basically the same, as now things are tightening up for second. Honeycutt and Chandler have caught Ty Majeski.
This is killer. We should make a sport out of this. A sport?
America's been chasing faster for 250 years. We just built a sport around it.
Celebrate 250 years of freedom. Starts
Whoa, there's smoke, there's trouble.
Permissible content for its lowest price ever.
A
1776.
big cloud of
I
smoke.
didn't set out to change America, but it's what ended up happening.
Go to foxnation.com and sign up
Adams
today.
past Jimmy.
Stars of the IndyCar Series take over Road America.
It looks like Jimmy's slow. Did something happen to the #1 Carbon Toyota Tundra?
Wins again.
Sunday at 2 Eastern on Fox.
Side by side between the Thorsport boys. Rhodes gets by Garcia.
Take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight.
And we're coming back. Here we go. What happened?
It's been an incredible day here at Naval Base Coronado
Layne leading.
for the Navy 250.
Then 3 trucks, second, third, and fourth. There is a truck stalled on pit lane. Not sure if that's going to be an issue. But Layne leads by 2.6 seconds as here's his teammate looking on the inside for third. He and Honeycutt come together.
Problems for for Jimmy Johnson.
Could be the battle for the win right there. And we'll have to see how this develops.
And what happened to
Johnson
Jimmy
gets by
trying to get around Nathan, and he cleared himself.
And
He went
goes
around.
Johnson.
He went
Did the
around.
360 and kept gunning
But
it.
meanwhile,
Kept
battle for
gunning it.
third,
13.
and it
We're
could
not
be
sure
the
what it
race
was,
win.
but
Chandler
on the other side
on
of
the train tracks, powers by Caden Honeycutt for third.
We think
And the Hard Rock Ford F-150 is flying.
About stretch it, take, conserve fuel. You can make
Connor
it
Mozak had to come in and
all the way
pit.
buying into that. I mean, it's a
Honeycutt
it's a
staying with
stretch.
Chandler, peeking to the inside as here's
3.4
Layne.
miles long.
Honeycutt peeks to the inside and has to pull back in line. Huge for the 38 of Chandler as he's got to get around his fellow Ford driver, Ty Majeski.
Fastest, one of the top.
What are you after auto percentage? 80%. Go to more. 65%. Early upshift.
Yeah.
And they're
that's
asking Layne to
exactly what
conserve
they're
more
telling him,
fuel.
is to slow go from 80% to 65%. So they
Layne is in
know
trouble as
that
Majeski goes wide. Chandler can't take advantage. Honeycutt staying with him.
And the 38 has a lot of pace right now.
Chandler all over the back of Majeski. He may try the bump and run here, but he can't get close enough.
What he wants to do, Kevin, is make this
Gets
pass
around the
as quick as he
tires.
can and
Chandler
don't
looks
push
outside.
the 34.
Majeski holding him off. Honeycutt almost uses the bumper on him.
Yeah, and that's exactly. You're
Don't look
exactly
now. Tyler Ankrum is still in play.
Push that pace
He's
as
catching
much as
these
you
three.
can to
He's
make
back in the picture
the
frame.
pass that he needs, because you're going to get there and then he's going to have to go.
Long right-hander now through the left. The S's, as Brad Perez called it. Jake Garcia is stalled.
That could bring out a caution right now.
So he is completely lost power.
Caution's out.
And is out.
Jake Garcia has stopped on
That's
track.
going to help Layne Riggs' case to be able to shut that truck off, start coasting, start
That's
saving
going to
gas
help
under
Layne
caution.
and
The
Ty
only thing that puts him in
Majeski.
a really vulnerable
Caution
spot is
with
if he
10
gets
to go. Jake Garcia stopped
And
on
I
the
think-
side of the
I
road.
think that Chandler Smith has just, he's got, we heard 65% and upshift early. Chandler Smith
And
is
everything
like 110%,
changes again.
whatever I gotta
Riding
do to
on
push
board
to
the
get there,
34
'cause he's got a
truck.
fast truck.
Chandler Smith was
Layne
the
has
fastest
shut the
truck on the
engine
track
off.
the last 2 laps, pushing for everything.
But we know that
38
Layne
of
was
Chandler, the
backed off,
fastest
so
truck
we don't
on
really
track
know what
with the
top
freshest
speed is
tires
for
on
Layne
track.
Riggs, and when he's pushing, I think he's got the pace to run with Chandler Smith, but he doesn't necessarily have the
probably
ability
be
to burn
a
too much
2
fuel.
to
I think
3
that these
lap
caution
caution.
laps are going to give them some breathing room, but he's not going to have any cushion if we go into overtime.
Well, with 10 laps to go here at Naval Base Coronado, how is this one going to shake out? Stay with us from beautiful San Diego.
At least Safe Light
Full
can come to
screen
you for free.
commercials. We'll be back from the Naval Base Coronado at San Diego.
So you can get your windshield
I hope
fixed
they do
anywhere
this
you
race
want
again.
at no additional cost.
It is hard to put into words just the
Welcome
type
back
of
to
event
San
that this is,
Diego.
and just everything.
This is
that
just
has
an
gone with it,
incredible
planning
event
and-
here on Naval
oh,
Base
by the way,
Coronado.
We're having a race too, but the sailors, the whole base itself, everything that NASCAR has done.
This
to
is
promotion
America
leading
personified.
up to it, and then the on-track action, Jamie.
It's been great from the get-go. That was the initial start. Great battle between Caden
Yeah,
Honeycutt
Honeycutt and Layne have
and
been
Layne
battling
Riggs.
all
That
race
might be
long
what's
for the
shaping up
lead.
here at the end of this one.
Layne showed early in this race. He had a
And
lot of pace
Nathan Dawson, whoa, Nathan wheel hopped, and there he goes with
There,
Dawson.
Nathan Nicholson into the side of Dawson Sutton.
Layne
But the
takes stage 1.
victory right there, Layne Riggs.
And Caden Honeycutt locks up going into turn 2, and Jimmy takes the lead.
And Layne was on his way.
7 time takes the
Oh,
lead. Jimmy
big
Johnson.
hit into the
Jamie hit the wall hard
inside
there on turn
wall.
16 into his day.
in the final corner.
What a battle for stage 2.
I don't know who that was, but
Wiggerman
that was a massive
taking the
hit.
checker flag.
Parker took the stage 2 victory.
Caden Honeycutt on the restart.
And here's the
here.
restart
Chandler
where I
Smith has
started
been up there
watching.
battling top 4 all race long.
Or maybe not. Whoa, Caden Honeycutt locked up in 2 again and slammed the wall. And Chandler took the lead. Now here's the restart where I started watching. Layne takes the lead. Gio fights Majeski for second. Gio couldn't clear. And they fan out going into turn 2.
We've had 5 different leaders today, 13 lead changes, 5
This has been an
cautions
incredible
for
race.
10
Here's Jimmy in the
laps.
pits after he
Jimmy go
spun.
around for a spin.
He
So
got
the team is elected to come
punted
in.
by
He is
Nathan
back in
Nicholson.
18th position.
So Jimmy's going
I
to
think this
pit
is
and
just
try
a
and
ball to get
fly
fresh
through the
tires
field.
and try to charge through the field.
And no matter what's happened today, I mean, Jimmy Johnson, just being in the truck race and being able to be in the truck race today and the cup race on Sunday and in front of what would be considered his hometown is pretty special. And I know Jimmy's 50 years old. We're all getting old. But it's definitely been a lot of fun to see him at the front of the pack. And I hope it spurs his enthusiasm to keep coming back and running some of these truck races. Cup racing's too hard. Those guys take it too serious. You can have a lot of fun here in the trucks.
I think it's funny.
I agree
Kevin,
with
you said you're getting
everything
old.
Kevin Harvick
Congratulations,
just
'cause I
said.
got
I
I'm
agree.
officially there.
Yeah.
So there's the 50. 50 is a good memory for me.
Well, guys, a lot of racing action all weekend long, and the stars of the IndyCar Series take over Road America in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was
Alex
just there
Palou
today.
looks to continue his dominance there, going for his 4th win in 6 years on the road course at Elkhart Lake. It's the fastest racing on earth. That's Sunday, 2 Eastern, on Fox. Elkhart Lake, what a beautiful area.
Yeah,
Racing at his finest.
I had never been there until the year we ran the Cup car there. And it was an amazing crowd. I hate that things didn't work out to keep going back there. I mean, there was 100,000 people there in the woods, in the grandstands.
They were all
They
over.
were everywhere.
Caitlin.
I don't get why the Cup Series is
Well,
not
listening
Road
in to
America
Ty
or NASCAR
Majeski's
in
radio,
general.
also had a conversation with him
Thank
this
you,
morning
Kevin Harvick.
about his season as a whole. He told me it's been so up and down as of late. He said any issue that could happen, we've been experiencing it the last couple of weeks. But he said this is the time of year when my team really starts to come into their own. Of course, he added lots of unknowns with this street course today, but he believed his past success on road courses could help him. 8 top 10s in the last 10 races on the road courses. His team telling him now, though, max save. Also noting a couple teams mentioning compromised visibility because of that setting sun. Amanda?
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the 42 of Tyler Reif. He's racing in honor of Colonel John W. Ripley here this weekend. Actually, just yesterday, Colonel Ripley picked up the Medal of Honor at the White House. Colonel Ripley passed away in 2008. His son Tom was there to pick it up. You can see that livery design of the camo. The team is decked out in camo fire suits as well. The interesting tie here, Colonel Ripley was known for his valor in Vietnam, and the former owner of Nice Motorsports, Al Nice, was in combat alongside Colonel Ripley.
Wow.
Well, thank you to him and to all those who serve
That's
to
pretty
defend
sick.
our freedom so that we can race and live in such a beautiful, free country like we do.
We could come here and celebrate
So
250
we've
years
chosen.
of the Navy. And
Al Nice doesn't own Nice
what a special
Motorsports anymore?
weekend. I just can't get over.
I can't either, Val.
That's
This
shocking.
is life-changing. When you
So it's
are
going to be
able
Layne
visit,
in
see
his blue 34
this-
Ford
this
and
facility.
Ty Majeski in the number 88 iconic Menard
I
Spam
feel like
Ford
I've been all around
that was
the
made
world
famous
to
by
watch
its former
races,
pilot,
and
Mac Crafton.
just the fact that we are here doing this
Chandler
event
and
on this
Honeycutt.
military base, the naval base.
The two
is,
fastest trucks on
I
track
can't
that
express
don't
enough
have to
just
save
how
fuel
awesome it is.
are right behind the
Well, the
top
front
two who
on the
do
front
have to
row
save fuel.
with
This is going to be
33 laps to go.
wild
They're
8-lap
fast. Row two
shootout to
has
the
plenty of
finish.
gas, so
Jake Garcia's been cleared off the
this is gonna be
track.
crazy.
The 8 laps to go here.
Someone's
We see
passing
the green
3Y.
flag
Where's he
once again.
going? I don't know who
Caitlin
that
had
was.
mentioned there's been some concern about the setting sun.
There's
Keep our
still
eye on
3Y
that.
back there.
I don't think we've seen our last caution either, folks.
No, we're going to take the green with 8 laps to go, and you know, I think Layne Riggs, he's got to get a good restart
this is
right
gonna
here
be
because I
wild.
believe Chandler Smith can
Into the
can
RB
run with him
chicane.
and put him in a spot to where he has no choice but to go. I think they're good on gas until they get to the advertised end of this race, but
Pace
we're
car
about to
pulls
find out.
off.
Chandler Smith's
Heading
gotta
to
be
the
aggressive
final
right here to
corner.
stay with that,
Layne
that 34
on
truck.
the outside. Majeski on the inside to the restart zone. Back underway at San Diego. 8 to go.
Ty Majeski is there.
Yeah, and once again,
Lane's going to clear into turn 1. Chandler going to try to follow his teammate through, and he might have. He did. He's clear into second. 3 wide for third. Chandler looking to the inside of Layne. Can't quite get next to him.
Honeycutt not
3 wide in the turn 2. Squeeze play. 4 wide. Everyone makes it through cleanly.
Isn't in there.
Layne, Chandler, Majeski, Ford, 1, 2, 3. Then Honeycutt. Then Gio. Then Kaz trying to get by Ankrum. And contact. They all stay straight through turn 3. 3 wide through the middle shoots Ankrum.
Three trucks are
And
not
onto the
wide as
train
I thought they were.
tracks.
They squeeze into some spaces that I didn't think was possible.
Gio on the outside of Majeski for
It's
third.
go time, boys.
Great racing on these.
Well, that's not Gio. Gio was getting shafted in the back there. That's Honeycutt on the outside of the 88. Gio's side by side with one of the McNally trucks as Honeycutt puts the bumper to Ty Majeski for third.
He knew if he let those guys get too far away, he wasn't going to have a chance to race for this win.
Honeycutt to third. Kaz in fifth.
Kaz Gralla dressed for the
Oh, and into the wall. Tanner Gray has spun into the wall.
Get this truck rolling so we can
And he's
see
stuck.
this action up at
Now he's going.
There, the rest of the field ahead of him.
Chandler looked to the outside. Couldn't quite get around Layne. Still right there with them. Through the chicane, they navigate the tire barrier. Chandler again looks on the outside of Layne.
There they are.
Into the Pala Casino part of the racetrack where it's painted pink all over for Pala Casino.
Of the season. Meanwhile, his teammate
Chandler
is leading his
closing in on his
three
teammate
times.
Lane, heading through the S's.
These are the top three guys in the points, right? Like,
Left,
you-
right, back to left. The 38
three
fishtailing
right now on a consistent basis.
to the
Whether
Arby's
they're
chicane.
racing for the points championship or a win on a week-to-week basis.
Chandler right to the back bumper of the 34, does not touch him.
Had an up and down season. He's right there in fourth
Now to the
place.
final
He's
corner.
Hearing about those three. He wants to break
7
that up.
laps to
He's
go.
racing around up, but,
Chandler looks to the outside. He got a great run to the final corner. Side by side for the front row trucks down the front stretch. Into turn 1. Chandler sweeps around the outside. Chandler Smith to the lead here at Naval Base Coronado. And he goes deeper on the brakes. Downhill in the 2. Chandler clear. Layne trying to stay with him, but also trying to save fuel to stay in second as Ankrum battles Kaz back there for
a
fifth.
little bit of a tire advantage on Layne Riggs. You can see the back of Layne's truck just not quite as good as Chandler Smith's truck off the corner. So he's able to just get that throttle down, carry a little bit more roll speed, and I think that some of that is just from that tire advantage, Michael.
Layne couldn't stay quite with Chandler.
Tanner Gray.
Down the back stretch we go. Here's a replay of what happened to Tanner Gray,
Jimmy
and
Johnson.
look out! He just got slammed by Jackson Lee.
Yeah, just got in there a little too far and got into the door.
Yeah, there went Tanner Gray, and then another moment
Such great
for
racing
Parker,
up
and
front.
Jimmy gets spun again.
Meanwhile, there's all kinds of chaos
Good
happening
grief.
behind him.
Yeah, Jimmy's had a couple
Jimmy
opportunities
again,
to work
man.
on those 360s today.
In the cut
He
car
spun
area.
out today like 4 times.
Look at this advantage. Chandler's
Jeez.
trying to put on him.
I mean, some of the times were not his fault. That one he was trying to avoid something, but that was his fault.
Those top two.
Chandler's ahead. Layne tried to pass Chandler around the outside, but he couldn't do it. And he's still hanging on the second with Caden Honeycutt right there, and they have left Ty Majeski in the dust.
It shoved the body in over the tire, and then that fender split
Heading
above
up to
that,
the
that,
S's.
right rear tire and allowed that fender to push up.
Left side,
when the truck would go
Chandler,
down, but,
Layne,
when he hit the
then
wall,
Honeycutt.
It didn't tear him
Right,
up.
left, getting so close to the wall as possible.
The tire barrier really saved that truck. It
Into
looks
the
bad
Arby's
on the
chicane.
body, but the suspension and the way that fender broke.
All
has
3
allowed
trucks
Honeycutt to stay
even.
in the game.
Now heading to the final corner.
Through the chicane.
6 laps to go this time.
Pulling away from 4. It's Ty Majeski back there.
Chandler pulling away from Layne, then Honeycutt. Not pulling away by much. Gap still half a second. Layne staying with them.
These front row trucks
On board with
have just
Honeycutt.
They've been good.
Watching
pretty much
those 2
everywhere
front row trucks,
that we've gone, Michael,
staying with
like
them
you were saying earlier, but that's been the case for
here in
several years
California.
now, since this truck team
And
has-
the
has
carrier
been
corner,
around.
turn 3.
Well, these, you just have to. When we are
What
fortunate to
visuals
get
you
to do
get
the truck series
going
here
around
in
this
Fox,
track.
and
Turn
you
3,
get to recognize
carrier
guys
corner.
that are just that
Now through
have it,
turn number
that you know
4.
that are not only going to win truck races, but they're going to win
Onto
cup
the
races.
train tracks.
And I would put Layne Riggs on that list. Caden Honeycutt is another guy that you've got to think has that future as well.
Into a
And
sweeping
Chandler Smith
left-hander.
has outrun both them. So what's that say about that young man?
Look at the sun right here. Right in
Down the back
driver's
stretch,
eyes.
and the sun is right in the eyes of our competitors.
Pretty early out here on the West Coast.
On board with Honeycutt again, showing how bad the visibility is heading into this deep braking zone. And this tough right-hander. And another left-hander. Layne is sticking with Chandler.
Let's get an update
And
on
Honeycutt
Chandler Smith,
staying
Josh.
with as well.
Jamie, remember how frustrated this 38 team was at the timing of that caution? So far, it seemed to have worked out on those fresher tires, and that 38 truck just being strong. But Chandler Smith is a guy, when his career started, he really wasn't a road course guy. He struggled at it and didn't like it. When I talked to him earlier today, he said he had to learn this style of racing and embrace it and get to like it. And he attributes a lot of that to his times with Joe Gibbs Racing when he was in the O'Reilly series. That's when he learned what works for him when it comes to this style of racing. He took that with him when he came back to the Truck Series on Front Row. They had a great program they built on top of that. Top 5 in both road course races so far this year, in position to ride this one out and try and get the win.
Back to the S's. Chandler starting to get away from Layne. Gap still half a second. They're basically even right now. But the question is, can Layne make it on gas? And remember, this is not just about this race. This is about the championship, because the 34 and the 11 are the top 2 drivers in the points, as we are 5 laps to go.
We've reached.
Can Layne make it on gas? Can he gain more points on his championship rival, Caden Honeycutt? Downhill braking into turn 2.
Every time that they go over that bump, and I've watched it all day now.
Layne slides a little bit off of 2.
And every time they go over that bump,
Honeycutt starting to struggle. Ty Majeski nearly threw it into the tire barriers in turn 2 as they go through Carrier Corner. Majeski overshot the corner, and he's going to have Tyler Ankrum all over him now.
There's a lot that can take place. Are you 5 laps?
Are you counting?
Meanwhile, Tyler Reif and Landon Lewis are 7th and 9th for the Nice trucks. How about that for the Nice boys? Cole Butcher ends up in the pits right now.
We did introduce C earlier.
As the 38, 7/10 in front of Layne.
Awesome, no matter what we call
long back straightaway into this right-hander.
It's lived up to everything else that we're experiencing here at the
They're about even. Layne gained a bit there.
We've ever raced at. I quizzed you guys earlier. Do you remember what the?
Layne hit the wall on the straightaway.
Showed you how hard he's pushing, just trying to get that angle, sweeping into the corner the best he can. Look at the leader; his right front fenders tore off.
Chandler staying in the 34 sight line. He is not getting away like what he probably thought, and what I definitely thought. I thought he was going to run away with this thing when he took the lead. Back on board with Layne.
For this race win, but like you said, Mike, he was trying to get every square inch down the straightaway and just got himself a little bit
down the Palace Casino straightaway, heading toward the S's. Layne sticking with Chandler.
I'm still not sure he's going to make it on gas.
Left.
I mean, that's a big stretch from what.
Now the right, and now it narrows up. Fast left.
Most laps they could run.
Straight away.
Keep that
RB chicane braking. The front row boys are getting away from Honeycutt. Back on board the 34. They get so close to the tire barrels, or the barrels at the edge of the pit lane wall heading into the final corner. 4 laps to go.
If he's going to win
The
this
38 is still
because Chandler
a
Smith
little
is
bit,
in a
bit
position
by
to
bit,
go
gaining on the 34.
He has no choice at this point. Honeycutt, his truck is not really.
Tyler
the best
Reif
truck all
in
day.
the
It would take
6th.
off 4 or 5.
He may get his first ever Truck Series top 5.
Then it would
Caution's out!
compared to
Caution's out! Big damage! Tyler Ankrum is wrecked hard, and the wall is broken on the final corner.
Move that whole barrier.
Wow!
The last
Massive
16.
crash for Tyler Ankrum.
Uncle Jamie
And he's
wrecked
going to
early.
park that truck in turn 2. The whole right side of the thing is gone!
Whole side off of that truck, Michael.
That's incredible.
What the hell just happened?
Uncle Jamie was just in the booth here for a minute, and we'll ask him if he was okay, and he said it was a hard hit, but he was feeling all right.
Jamie McMurray, he hit that wall.
Right out of the way.
Jamie hit it. And Tyler Ankrum's broken the wall on the final corner.
Yeah, and as troublesome as that spot has been today, it's almost like you're going to need to put another barrier behind those barriers so that doesn't happen again. You're almost going to have to double up. They're going to hit it for the next 2 days as well.
Yeah, they're going to hit it. Oh, he came in way too hot and smoked the wall.
Right there. off of
Look
turn 16,
out.
the last
He
corner off
locked
the
up the
racetrack. If you get
brakes
just a
and
little bit
smoked the
offline
wall.
right there, that's what's going to happen every time.
And that's it for Tyler Ankrum. His day is
Majeski,
over.
he was closing
He's
in on
falling
Majeski
behind
right here. You
Majeski
can
for
see it.
fourth,
You
and
lose
he
your
just
line of sight a bit.
locked up the brakes because he came in on the bumps too hot and
got it offline. That's
hammered
what
the
we've
wall.
seen so many of them do today over that bump right there. Just
That's it for Tyler Ankrum. He's from San Bernardino.
Over there, offline.
And he was having a great run for his home crowd, but he
NASCAR overtime
has
Ankrum getting
destroyed that
furiously
Layne
to get
Chevy.
this truck pulled away, but they're going to have to fix the wall. So if they don't red flag it, we could go into overtime.
So this is going to be
Red
overtime.
flag it, we're being told.
But we're
So
going to
they can
red flag
repair
this
that
thing.
wall for the second time today.
And they're going to need to
Well,
get
we've seen a little
another
bit of everything, and now we
barrier
can add a red
behind
flag
that barrier
to the,
because
list of events
this can't
that have taken
happen
place.
It'll be interesting
more
to
than
see what has
twice.
happened.
This needs
with
to
that
be
barrier
addressed
for it to
after
come
this
apart. You
race.
see that
And fast.
those two hoops that metal rod runs through that's supposed to keep them all together. That makes me think that the other barrier is broke. But I'm just guessing.
There's some stories that have developed in the top 10 with Ankrum crashing. Christian Eckes, we saw him crash pretty heavily in practice. He's up in the top 10. Landon Lewis has rallied from a couple of slips and slides. He's in the top 10.
And Ben Rhodes, he's been all over the place.
He has. He had a couple of wrecks. And then just outside the top 10,
the
Kaz
trucks are
Grala's
going
there.
to park
And then
somewhere,
the first ram
and they're going to park
in the
right
running
here
order
in
is
front of
Justin
the
Haley. He's 12th.
RB chicane. And we're going to red flag this thing.
So the cleanup crew are course workers.
So
taking a hard
the
look
track
at these
officials are going to
barriers.
fix the broken wall in the final corner.
See if they need to.
Hopefully that does
replace
not
them,
happen
or if they can
again
repair
in the
them
final
quickly.
few laps here in San Diego.
So while we remain here under a red flag,
And we'll take another replay of Tyler Ankrum. This is at real speed. Look out, everyone! He's coming into your living room. Hammering the wall.
Prepared for that incident.
We'll be right back. Red flag.
Established back in 1922.
Welcome back. This naval base has been
How
around for
about
over
this? How
100
big is it?
years.
Over 1,600
1922 is when it was
land acres
established,
and
and it's
300
over
acres
1,600
over
acres of
36,000
land.
military and civilian personnel.
Over 36,000 military and civilian
3,300
personnel
right here,
are
where
here
we are on
in
the
San
Naval Base
Diego, the Naval
Coronado.
Base
And
Coronado.
you see there's a lot of residential here on this small island as well. A lot of hotels out there. And just beyond, you see those hills?
And
That
thankfully,
is Mexico. The border's
US
about
Navy
10 miles from here.
was thankful enough
Imperial Beach.
to let NASCAR race here in San Diego and put on a once-in-a-lifetime event
That's right out there
for
on that beach.
NASCAR
Hell Week. It
and
all takes
fans,
place right out there.
Americans
So
throughout
4
the
laps
ages.
to go
throughout the
here. We're
acres
under a
here in
red flag.
California.
Let's hear from our leader's crew chief, Josh.
Yeah, standing by with John Leonard. So your driver is out front, 4 to go. The biggest battle seems to be with your teammate in the 34 of Layne Riggs. So what are you telling your driver about what you need to take this thing home?
Yeah, honestly, he's been really good all day. He's drove from the back to the front, a couple times, and honestly, it's in his hands, right? He's the best driver out there. He got some of the best trucks, the front row trucks. We brought a couple new trucks here today, and I feel like they really shut out. So props to everybody at the shop and everybody that puts their hands on these things. You can tell they're good pieces today.
Good luck the rest of the way. Amanda?
That's making NASCAR.
Hey, Josh, yeah, standing by next to Ron Hornaday. We got him down from the
Oh.
perch up there, and he said, why you want to talk to me? I said, you're a legend, and a legend that's been working with Landon Lewis since he was 11 years old. He started at the rear of this pack today from hitting the wall and qualifying, currently running up in the top 10. What will you say to Landon after this race?
I can't say nothing other. He's doing a good job. We started from the back 2 or 3 times already, but the yellow flag's not playing in our standards, I should say. We pitted, put tires on. We're the ones that probably got the freshest tires, but the yellow is not helping. Everybody's going to make it on fuel. I thought everybody's going to at least have to pit one more time, but they're not.
What would you be able to do with a track like this?
I've been fortunate enough to go to Mexico and Japan and stuff like that, but to do something like this is pretty darn cool. This is I like to see the pictures of the trucks next to the ship on the back straightaway and everything. It's just awesome for the Navy and our military to let us do this. It's pretty cool.
And what's tomorrow?
I don't know. Another day for me. I guess it's my birthday, they say, but we'll be flying, so it's all right. Maybe they'll have a birthday cake on the plane. I don't know.
A legendary birthday at that, guys.
Happy birthday, Ron Hornaday.
Man,
you know a
he-
little
Ron
something
Hornaday
about
is
that man
different.
right there, Kevin. You guys
Looks
go
like
way
Hulk
back.
Hogan.
We go back. We raced on the West Coast together. Actually,
Ron.
slept on his couch for a while when I first moved to North Carolina, and Ron's been so instrumental
Man,
in
those
so many
military
people's careers.
fire
But
suits
mine
for the
personally,
40, the Nice
just
boys
to
are
help
epic,
understand
too.
the sport, know what I needed to do, and Ron
Ron's
and
supporting
Lindy
this
have just been.
He's saying hi,
so
everyone.
good to everybody. Ron has been a big part of it. His
Ron, what a
daughter,
legend.
Candace, actually runs
Man, he's
everything
supporting his
that
man.
we do
He's
on the
supporting
late
his
model
man,
side of
Landon
things
Lewis.
at
Got a
KHI and on the
t-shirt for
Cars
Landon.
Tour.
That's
So
pretty sick.
Hornaday family is still very much involved in what we do at KHI.
How about this? Ron Hornaday, one of 3 drivers who won in their 100th start in the Truck Series. Chandler Smith making his 100th start today as he leads. That's our stat boys. Great. Oh, guess who was another one of those 3 drivers that won on their 100th start?
Mike?
Kevin Harvick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You didn't know?
2009 in your 100th start.
Well, that's
I had 100 starts.
Yeah. It feels like it was 100 years ago.
It was good company.
Yeah.
We'll see if Chandler Smith can hang on to it and become the 4th driver to win in their 100th.
NASCAR sent out the safety guys to make sure
Oh boy, this is gonna be a while.
everybody inside of those trucks was well
Yeah,
hydrated
they
as
need
the
another
repairs
area down
continue on the wall.
There needs to be more
Looks like they're getting
areas
it
down
closed
there.
up.
This is good. Good little note here. They said all of the wall components are intact, so they're going to lift and
Wow.
reset. So we're not going to replace.
So no replacing, it's just lifting and resetting.
Caitlin.
That's shocking.
Well,
that
we know
Anchor
this
didn't
event is
break
all
the
about
wall.
the
He knocked
military,
it
and
down.
I am joined by Zachary Scheckman, who is a petty officer first class, has been in the Navy for 11 years. What's it been like having NASCAR here at your home base?
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much for the support, and God bless America. That's all I got to say. Thank you so much.
Did you ever think you'd see race cars going around this place? I mean, this is pretty unprecedented.
Oh, I don't know. This is my second tour here. This is just truly incredible, so thank you so much.
Well, thank you for being here. So we're obviously watching the Craftsman Truck Series race. Is there a driver and team that you would like to see visit Victory Lane here for the first time?
Jimmy Johnson, already saw it, so it was great.
There you go. He's rooting for Jimmy Johnson for the win today. Jamie?
That's going to be an uphill climb from here. But what a show he put on earlier.
He did put on a show. You know what I've learned from the last 2 interviews?
I can't believe he
We
led
need more
today.
sunscreen down there. Caitlin's going to need some sunscreen on her face, and Ron Hornaday is going to need 2 bottles.
Yeah.
Well, to Caitlin's credit, we all showed up about 6:30 this morning, and it was overcast.
sun's got
Marine
Ron looking
layer
like
was
Hulk
here.
Hogan.
See, sometimes forget about
Well,
those things.
it's
Or Dog
sunny
the Bounty
and-
Hunter.
For
It
those
is.
of us that aren't out in the sun a lot, it creates a sunburn.
I think you got
I mean,
sunburned
I got
at
burned
SeaWorld
today.
yesterday, Kevin.
I'm burnt
That was-
to a crisp.
Let's not talk about my tan.
Great day.
Harvick.
Great week for many of
I'm
us
burnt
down
like
here
bacon.
in San
Good
Diego.
Lord.
USS Carl Vinson.
Enough
one of the
about
greatest backdrops
sunburn
we've
and all
seen.
that.
Stay
We gotta go
with
back
us. We're
racing.
gonna wrap this thing up soon.
Hopefully we can fix the wall here in the next 10 minutes. But everyone's working on it. We'll be back.
Snapshot from San Diego. That was
Back
the
to
Hotel
San
del
Diego
Coronado
Naval
right up
Base,
the road.
Coronado.
Has a haunted room. Special place. As
We're
many of the
hanging
drivers
out
are staying there with their
after Tyler
families this
Ankrum
weekend. Here she
knocked
is.
and broke the wall down in the
American
final
flag
corner.
proudly flying over that hotel.
I might move out now that you told me there's a haunted room.
Gotta look it up, Kevin. It's serious.
I'll wait till I'm home.
I lived here for about 6 years, went to San Diego State University, and that's one of the first stories we learned about. Look at the sailors. They're having a great time. It's like, what? We're on camera? Been out here all day. It was an
I hear
early day
trucks,
for everyone.
engines
We've had
moving.
all 3 NASCAR series on track.
Well, that's a great view from the top of that ship.
Oh,
Oh,
Jimmy
Jimmy Johnson
stalled.
stalled.
See, they had to tape up his hood. Got him
well,
all
that's the
squared
theme of the
away,
last
and
20
now
laps for
go.
Jimmy.
Stalled.
He's just stuck.
The restart zone there. Here comes the
There's a-
wrecker. They're
there's
getting
a
a
truck.
workout right now. Let's
I'm
check
gonna
out
shove him
Josh.
until Jimmy can get it going.
And I'm down here with Dylan Capella, the crew chief of the 34 team with Layne Riggs. So first of all, how are you guys on fuel? And then also, what are you telling your driver about how to get around your teammate and take this thing home?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just want to finish this for Front Row Motorsports. They've done a really good job. Everybody at Front Row doing a good job building these road course trucks and having 2 really fast pieces for these superstars to go drive around here. So it's been an awesome event to be a part of.
I think we just got to be really smart here on this last restart. There's going to be some chaos, and it might not be the last one. So we're just going to go give it our all here and push for 2 hard laps and see who comes out on top.
And you guys feel good about the fuel you got left?
Yes. Yep. We'll be simple and straight to the point. Appreciate it.
There you go.
There it is.
Like
34 is going to be good.
The great part about Dylan is he's not just a crew chief, he's a racer.
Right behind.
He has a late model. And I actually saw him on the entry list next week for our Cars Tour West race that we're having in Monroe, Washington, and Evergreen Speedway. We'll all be out there racing next week, and Dylan's on the entry list.
How fun is that?
He's been in a few races,
yeah. It's a weekend off for the truckers, so Dylan Capella's
Well,
going
Jimmy,
racing.
That's right.
That's got to be
during
so
the interview with
helpful
Dylan
for his
Capella,
driver, Layne Riggs. They just speak the same language,
Jimmy,
right?
Yeah,
Jimmy
and that was how it was with Rodney
was
Childress
getting
and I.
shoved
He used to race and
by
understood
the
the
record.
cars and the
And
lingo, right?
Layne's
and
fiance
understands that the driver's going to
asked
yell
one of his
sometimes
crew
and be
members who
mad
that was and what
and
happened.
knows what it's like.
And
sitting
he said
behind
Jimmy
the seat.
Johnson.
When you have a crew
I don't know what
chief
happened to him.
not only race but is still actively racing, just keeping up with what it's like
So
inside the
this is going to
vehicles
be
and
a
the
green-white
changes
checker.
and all the things that you go through as a driver. That is second to
Not
none.
sure if this is going to be overtime.
Good to have because of the fact that they have that real life experience.
Everyone's weaving
Pro
around.
Motorsports right now, first and second. He
I
mentioned
think
we
this
just want to
should
finish
just be a normal
like that. They've only
green-white
done
checker.
it actually one time
We're on
before,
lap
North
48 of
Wilkesboro,
50.
May of last year. Smith won that race, and Riggs was second.
See Riggs working those
So we'll have
tires
to
in.
see.
You want to make sure that when they say go, you've got
Oh, that's the choose
all the
cone right
rubble,
there.
debris cleaned off your tires. See him shaking that truck up ahead. That's
And we are choosing.
Smith as they choose.
So it's going to be a legit green-white checker.
Not a lot of races left in
Not
the regular
an
season for
overtime
the truckers,
finish.
guys. We are getting there. Here we go, final 6.
And after this, we got 6 regular season.
It's only 5
Oh, wait.
left
Actually, I
after
take
this.
that back.
Look at that. We're going right to another
San
road
Diego's
course
the
race
6th
now.
Yeah, I love that they're going
road
back
course
to back
race.
courses. Lime Rock, a great
Then
place
Lime Rock,
to
then
race.
North Wilkesboro, then
Take it to
IRP,
the
then
short
Richmond,
track, couple short
then New
track, all
Hampshire
short tracks.
to end it off.
One road course
Man,
and-
really
and
keeping
all
the
the
truck
short
boys
tracks
on their
left the
toes.
schedule before we get
I
to
like
the-
it. I really like
to
it a
the,
lot. A lot of
chase
different
for
tracks.
the championship.
4 tracks that we didn't go to
I mean, that's
in the
just
recent
a lot
future
of great race
of
fans up in that
2020
part of
rock.
the country. The trucks put
Here
on
at
an
Naval
awesome
Base
show
Coronado, Lime Rock
Especially this time of
was
year.
Yeah.
last
Weather's
year it
always beautiful
started.
up there
Naval
this
Base
time
is
of year.
obviously a
I don't know
one-time
that you're going to be able
thing.
to top this, but it'll be nice in New
North
Hampshire.
I mean,
Wilkesboro
what's
came
this
back in
going to mean?
23.
Whoever ends up victorious and taking home that trophy,
And
what a big
IRP
win. What a
came in
big
22,
day
so
to be the first winner
tracks
at this
that we
event
haven't
in front of all
visited
these
for
sailors.
much
3,300
for
of
that
them
long
on this base alone.
It's just it'd be incredible.
are
It would have to
in
be
pivotal spots
you know, like I
in
said
this
earlier,
championship.
Training a Daytona trophy.
Front row
would be
1,
one
2,
thing to do,
Chandler
but darn,
and Layne.
This is an
Then
inaugural
Honeycutt
event
and
at this
Majeski.
beautiful facility.
Then
This
Tyler
would be one of
Reif
the best trophies in NASCAR to win.
and Daniel
Whether
Hemrick.
it's today, tomorrow, or the next day, these guys will
Who
cherish
wants the opening
getting a
race
victory.
win here at Naval Base Coronado in San Diego?
Now we just got
Will
to
it
see
be a
if we
front
can run
row
a couple
truck?
laps without running
Will
each
it be
other
a
off the road.
Tricon Toyota?
It's so wild to me,
Or
Mike,
will it be
that
a
every
rookie
time that we
like
get
Tyler
back
Reif
under
snagging
caution,
his
you
first
see
win?
just the
Or
dust
could it be
still
somebody
flying
else,
off
like a
these
Ben
things. It's
Rhodes
like
or
it
a
never
Nathan
cleans up.
Nicholson or a Christian
A lot of
Eckes?
standout there as well. Obviously,
There are
being right
many
next to
different
the
scenarios
water.
that could
Hard
happen
to clean
here.
it all up.
Let's
All
see
right, guys, here
which
we go.
one it
Only
will
2
be.
to go.
An
Chandler
actual
Smith
green-white checker.
on the right side.
Layne,
Layne
front
races
row,
to win on
leading the
the
field, back to green. It's overtime, and Caden Honeycutt got a great start. Side by side for second behind the 38.
Trying to push him along.
He's not
In the
done
turn
with
1,
this
Caden
race.
Honeycutt is clear for second place, but he hit the wall.
Honeycutt got into the wall right there.
And Layne side by side with Honeycutt. Into turn 2, Chandler ahead. Look out, Tyler Reif next to Layne. Ben Rhodes into the tires, and he gets
Andres Perez.
shellacked as Nathan's into the wall, and Perez, 4 trucks tangle. And Jackson Lee is destroyed. Perez backwards.
It'll be
A lot of
interesting to
damage.
get those trucks fired back up.
2 laps
Is
left.
still on that
Will we go back under caution? Chandler and Honeycutt are gone. Tyler Reif to third.
Honeycutt's right there.
And this has really been where Honeycutt's
Layne,
truck has
Hemrick in the top 5. Majeski 6th. Justin Haley is 7th. What a topsy-turvy finish after Chandler went wide. Rhodes hit the tires, and we got a caution.
Damage happened.
When he pulled back on the track, it just caused chaos.
Perez, Nathan involved. Jackson Lee is in it.
2 laps I talked about.
We're going to overtime now.
Well, and that's gonna start putting some pressure on these guys that don't have the same amount of fuel.
And
that
Nathan
Chandler
Nicholson
Smith
is
has.
stalled.
You saw there when Ben came back on the road, it just kept everybody, squeezed everyone together. And Nicholson was the
I believe
only
Landon
truck
Lewis
that
is
couldn't drive
involved.
off.
Yeah, and there's some debris, big pieces of debris right there behind Nicholson's truck. Looks like a crush panel. That truck has hit the wall pretty hard on the left side.
So we need
Yeah,
overtime
he's having a great run.
Great
here
day.
in Naval Base Coronado,
So I think
and
that
the
count
wrecker's
is
going to
at
push
just
Nathan.
5 trucks that have not been involved in
And Nathan's
something
back
today,
going.
whether it was practice, qualifying, and off he goes.
Got
With
him rolling.
damage
That's a
heading
good
the
sign.
carrier corner.
Yeah, just couldn't get the starter to work right there. Gave him a little push. And
Well, this
started
is
that
only
thing,
his
and off he
second or
goes.
third start in the trucks.
Craftsman Truck Series overtime, boys.
Well, we kind of figured that might be the case. And
Going into the race, you knew it, Michael.
I just have to say this fuel is not, it's not over. The fuel could become a factor because restart after restart. I mean, I don't care how many caution laps you have. Eventually, you're going to use all your gas.
Right.
Layne Riggs, it's been 21 laps since he last came down pit road. We've had a red flag. We've had a lot of caution laps. A lot of question marks still to go, but this one's certainly not over. We're going to go
Commercial?
overtime after this.
Good Lord. Gotta pay them bills. We gotta pay them bills. Commercial break. We'll be back for overtime. Good Lord.
Alex.
Passes this season alone, guys. 4
Had
of
some
them to be
last
exact.
lap
Look at this at
passes.
Daytona.
Chandler at Daytona.
85 miles an hour.
Corey Heim at
They don't
Darlington.
crash. What a season we've had. The truckers have been on it this year, I'm telling you.
Corey Heim at The
Time
Rock.
included in that one.
Getting
There
help
he
from his
is,
Tricon
involved in a couple
teammate
of these.
Tanner Gray to pass his Tricon teammate and old ride Caden Honeycutt to win
Layne
The
Riggs
Rock.
around the
Then Layne
outside.
passing Raja at Nashville.
Look at that.
You see Layne Riggs, Chandler Smith, and Corey Heim in pretty much every video that we just played as we talk about those last
4
lap
last
passes.
lap passes
Well,
for
the
the
only
win
reason why
this
Corey
season.
Heim isn't in this
In the
last
past
lap
2
video
years,
is 'cause he's not
combined,
racing.
4.
That's how good he is. Every time he gets in a truck,
We see
he's
number
right
5
there.
today.
He's racing on Sunday,
this
though.
year.
Boy, did he look good earlier today in practice. So Chandler Smith continues to lead here. Let's listen in on his radio.
Yeah, you literally can't see nothing once you come off the turn 3. And it's like that all the way to turn 8. Unless I'm saying that you just call it right now.
That's what Chandler was saying. Would you tell him to call it right now? You know what's interesting, Jamie? He says you can't see nothing, and they're going to go right from turn 3 to 8 and not run into any. Well, they might run into each other, but it won't be because they couldn't see. It's going to be because they're just aggressive.
And you have to find
Well, I
things that
agree
are
with
different
Michael
that are
on
not directly looking into the sun, right? Like you have to look at a different wall or a different marker, or have a different reference than what you normally do, because these are the things that we're learning about this track. We haven't been here before, so when you get to a certain time, whatever time it is, 7:12 right now, you know that you need some tape on the
Yeah,
window.
it's
But
9:12,
they didn't start
right.
with any tape on the
Good
window.
grief.
Didn't think that was going to be a problem.
So we're told pit road is open, and Layne Riggs may be a taker.
No way.
We've been talking about the fuel situation. There's chatter.
Where is Layne Riggs?
He's right behind Reif in the 42. He got past there.
Riggs back in 4th.
There's no.
He must have.
Let's see.
He must have
He's
tried
out of
to
fuel.
get
He
his
might be
gap
out of
too
fuel.
big, and
Nope,
what'll happen
he's going
is
to stay
Nope, he went
out.
by. We've got
Someone's going
another
to come
taker
in.
there, but Layne Riggs stays out.
And that
think
is
that's Christian Eckes in the
91. It's
91
Christian
that
in
came
that
up the
all
road.
black
Talk about how
91.
good of a day it's been
Backup
for
truck.
Christian.
Man, that thing's beat up.
yeah. And going back to the Layne Riggs thing, I would assume what happened is
And
he
the
did
whole
keep
front
his gap
straightaway
under the-
is completely in shade.
under the caution, or did Reif get by
He
him?
got by him on
Reif
the
got by
last
him
restart.
earlier. Okay, I'm a little behind, Mike.
That's okay. We've been here a long time, Kevin.
It's been a long day, boys, but
We're putting
gosh, it's
some
been
hours.
fun. We have. Let's listen to Layne Riggs'
Man,
radio.
that sun is awful.
Shake it around a couple times. If it sputters or if you see it dropping, we're pitting right here, and we're going to put tires on it. Hold to 60. But keep saving, keep saving, keep saving.
That sun is
Well,
awful.
I don't want to say I told
They're
you
on
so,
board
but
the 34,
about an hour ago,
and
I
you
said
can
this
see from
fuel
the
thing
back
isn't
window.
over. It's
Oh,
too
man.
big of a stretch. and
Woo,
we knew
it's
overtime
really bad on the
was
side.
probably
It's
gonna be
good.
a
It's
part of our
really, really
future.
bad.
And here we are.
So NASCAR
I can see what
overtime.
Chandler's talking about. Oh,
Just a
man.
reminder
That's
what the rules
bad.
are
That's-
here.
That's really bad. Here we go. In the
Next time
carrier
by, it'll be a
corner.
shootout.
There's the
Leader takes
sun.
white flag, next
If they
flag
could go
will
back
end the race,
inside
whether
the car of
that's
the
under
34, that'd be
caution
nice.
or checkered flag. Caution before the white, of course. We'll re-rack them and we'll try it again.
You can see for
Now
a
we
bit
do
in
have
4.
about
onto the
30
train
minutes
tracks.
before adverse
Train
conditions
track corner.
time comes into play.
You can
I
see
don't think
down
we're
the
going to get
back
there,
at
so I'm not even
4.
going to talk about what that means.
I don't know, Jamie. We hit another
That's a
barrier like we
shame.
just did. Have to move them back around. You never know.
We're trying to bust out of this place.
Those barriers out of turn 16 have had a workout today.
We saw that early this morning in practice, the first scrape into it, and it just hasn't really changed much since then.
Can you believe practice was at 9 o'clock this morning? It's been a long day, a very eventful day. All 3 series have been on track. Yeah,
Well,
so
we're
let's
due
look
for an
back
iconic
at
finish
turn
then.
16 we were just talking about and all the hits from practice, qualifying.
Turn 16, Rhodes hits the wall.
Rhodes
Oh,
started it all.
Connor Mozak. Justin Marks. Oh,
That's a big one for
Jamie
Mack.
McMurray.
Oh,
Now
Tyler
Ankrum.
Ankrum just ripped off the whole right side of his truck there and moved the barriers out. Hats off to the cleanup crew. The track
And
crew
yeah,
has done
those
an incredible
barriers
job trying
are
to get us
definitely
back and
not
going as
straight.
quickly as possible.
And
that's
they
what
have
I
been
think
hammered
so interesting
today.
about racing.
Many
We walked
times.
the track, and everybody
And
was
probably
talking about
many more
different
times
points
to
on the
come.
racetrack that were going to be difficult. That were
All
gonna
right,
be
choose
challenging,
cone.
and all the track is.
Choose cone
But
time
we
down
didn't
this
really
very
harp on
narrow
turn
straightaway.
16 like
Chandler
that.
takes
we
the
didn't say
left.
that was a
Honey
big,
cut to
big
the right,
deal.
the front row.
And I'll be darned.
Reif left.
It's a big deal.
Layne
This one
right.
has got the most teeth.
Yeah,
And Henrik
I think that
Majeski.
bump in the middle of
Haley.
turn 16, just Tyler Ankrum didn't really.
I think that was Landon Lewis. Then
but that
Kaz and
truck
Rhodes.
bounced a
That's the
little
top
bit wrong,
10.
got him out of
Then
the
Mini.
groove and
Then Gray.
into the fence. So I was serious about putting another
Gio
barrier
goes
back there
left,
because
so
they're
does
gonna need it
Adam.
for 2 more
Butterbean
days.
goes to the
Need to double
outside.
that thing up.
And now we'll head back to the front of the field, where it's the 38 and the 11.
Restart
Side by
lane.
side for the lead again.
Going to re-rack it and try to run a couple laps.
Right underneath the
This is
Pala
gonna be
Casino
good. Chandler
Bridge.
Smith, Caden Honeycutt, Tyler Reif in the 42, Las Vegas native, 19 years old.
He's doing a great job. I love it when kids show up and you just know
Tyler
that they
Reif in
understand
third.
it, they get it.
What an
Puts them in a
underdog
great
victory
position
that
to
could be.
His 6th start
If
this
he can
year.
take this thing.
Justin Haley's got his ram up inside the top 10. Good run for him again. I'm telling you, this fuel thing's going to raise its head.
Best finish for Ram this year, guys, of the 5 trucks every week has been 6th, and it was at the last road course at Watkins Glen by AJ Allmendinger. See if Justin Haley can better that. He's in 7th right now.
Yeah, Ram looking for
The
their first
rotating
top
pace
5
trucks
since they
throw
came
me
back.
for a loop today.
I've never noticed
Through
this.
the
They said
S's.
in Chicago they did this.
Chandler and
Well, they
Honeycutt.
have multiple pace trucks, but I don't know about different brands all the time.
Yeah, that was something new. This is the 3rd different OEM that we've seen
Yeah.
represented. Equal opportunity on the naval base.
Here we go.
Chandler versus Honeycutt.
Chicane.
Through the RB chicane.
Can we make it to the end without another caution?
Here we go. Pace truck pulls in.
Either way, if we
Overtime.
do it,
Chandler and Honeycutt
aggressive.
squeeze into the restart zone. Final corner. Green flag is out and Honeycutt smokes him if he got some.
Yeah, it looked like Honeycutt right there.
Overtime. Side by side. Into turn 1. Honeycutt noses in front. He clears him through 1. And he hits the wall. Chandler spins around. Chandler into the wall. He wrecks. That's it for Chandler. Can he get it back going? Race win opportunity for the 38. Dashed in 1 corner. And he gets it back going. We got to show the leaders. Layne side by side with Daniel Hemrick. Not sure if that's for the lead or not. Tyler Reif is right there behind him. Side by side, they beat and bang into the...
This is the battle up front.
This is for the lead. Layne and Hemrick with Reif right there through the train track corner. Heading to turn 5. Where is Honeycutt? He's not even in the picture. Hemrick takes the lead. And he slides up in front of Layne. Layne gets really sideways, out of control, but he hangs on. Layne pushes the 19, pulls to the right. Tyler Reif is right behind him. Side by side, Layne sends it in. Give him the lead back.
And he gets the advantage.
Hemrick, Reif, Kaz is there as well as Landon Lewis. What a top 5 with 2 to go. Hemrick peeks back to the inside of Layne. Tyler Reif going to send it to the inside of the 19. Left-hand corner. Oh, Layne goes wide. Layne goes wide. Hemrick side by side with Layne. Reif is there.
Hemrick is back around. Layne Riggs right here.
Side by side for the lead. Oh, they nearly hit the wall. They do hit the wall. Tyler Reif takes the lead. Hemrick side by side with them. That may be a short-lived lead. They're beating and banging. Reif, Hemrick with Layne right there.
Side by side.
Left-hander side by side. Reif and Hemrick beating doors again. Kaz back around Lewis. Majeski in 6, but the hood may fly off in the 88. Reif trying to take the lead. Hemrick's still there. Tyler Reif is clear into the lead. Hemrick trying to cross him back. Layne's there as well. Reif blocks. Contact with Reif and Hemrick. They somehow make it through the RB chicane straight. Reif, Hemrick, Layne. Kaz is here. Final corner. Smoke throughout every single truck. White flag and Tyler Reif, the rookie, leads. Reif is smoking. A ton of smoke. Layne to second. He gets by Hemrick. Heading downhill to turn 2. Can Tyler Reif make it? Here's Kaz to the inside of Hemrick for third in the turn 2. Tyler Reif, the rookie. Are you kidding me? To carry your corner for the final time. Layne catching him. Hemrick and Lewis side by side for third. Never mind, that's Kaz actually. But Layne and Reif battling to the final time. Layne leaving it all on the line through the train track corner. Turn 5, side by side for third. Kaz, Hemrick trying to stay with the leaders. Tyler Reif, the rookie, trying to hang on with Layne. Down the backstretch for the final time. Reif still smoking throughout his entire truck. Layne staying with them. Hemrick to third. He passes Kaz.
And he told me all the eggs are
around the Red Bull wall. Reif is starting to pull away from Layne. We're not sure if Layne has enough gas. Getting down to the final part of the track. Reif has pulled away from Layne. Hemrick third, Kaz fourth, Lewis fifth. They're battling hard behind them. And Daniel Hemrick may be out of fuel. Reif hanging on. Layne staying with him. Palacasino parlay through the final time. Layne hanging with Reif. He uses the bumper. Reif hangs on. Heading to the S's for the final time. It's going to come down to the RB chicane.
51 races.
Tyler Reif trying to give Al Nice and Nice Motorsports their first win in a very long time. Layne staying with them into the S's. The Nice family reacting. Layne looking to pull out RB chicane. Reif hangs on. Layne doesn't hit him. Oh, Reif missed the corner. Reif missed the corner. Side by side, they beat and bang. Layne takes the lead. Tyler Reif has to stop. Layne Riggs is going to win after Reif made the mistake that he couldn't make. Layne Riggs wins. 3 wide for second. Hemrick hit the wall and he's wrecked his trunk, but he got it. But Layne Riggs stole it in the RB chicane after Tyler Reif blew it. Are you serious? What a finish in Naval Base Coronado. How did he hang on to it? How did he have enough gas? Layne Riggs may have won the championship in the trucks this year off of that win alone. Incredible.
Right there, getting into the chicane. We just saw a video of 4 crazy last lap finishes in 2026. Add this one to the list, the 5th.
We'll talk about that one for a while.
What just happened? What just happened?
That's got to feel so good winning here at Naval Base Coronado.
Incredible for Layne Riggs. Tyler Reif gets 7. So many trucks cut the final corner. And Tyler Reif was so close, and he's going to go next to Layne and congratulate him. What a battle the rookie gave to the championship contender.
And,
insane.
To Layne Riggs. He was having problems with his engine. It was stumbling, but he kept the pressure on, kept Reif heated up, and forced Reif into a mistake.
Layne Riggs wins for the 4th time this season.
4th win of the year for Layne Riggs. I didn't think he was going to do it, but he did it. That is going to be the best win of his career. What happened here to Honeycutt? Chandler gets to the right side. Oh, Honeycutt smoked the wall, careened into Chandler, and that got the 38 sideways. Caden Honeycutt's back bumper's falling off the truck.
Contact with the wall.
Chandler hits the wall, but not as hard as Honeycutt did.
Big contact.
But the
there.
best two trucks all race long wiped themselves out.
At the time, I didn't know if Chandler Smith got into him or not, but he just got wide and smacked the outside fence, so that's on him.
Then we thought Daniel Hemrick was going to win this thing, took the lead, and then
there's the 38 truck going through the RB chicane.
Down to the chicane.
Still got to finish this thing as Layne's burning it down. What a shot. From one front row truck destroyed to the other, going to victory lane and burning it down. There's a crap ton of gas in that thing.
It stumbled, and you heard him report that it did because he just lost so much ground, and then somehow it picked up enough fuel to get to the checker.
You can hear Layne celebrating in the truck. He's so fired up.
So fired up, Michael. We heard from him this morning just about racing here. You know, how much fun and how in awe he was of the backdrop and what they get to do here. They can't believe it.
What in the world just happened?
Special day for the trucks. Winning here at the Naval Base for that.
I should have called the Pala Casino part of the track Pala Casino Plaza, not Pala Casino Parlay, although it does fit the rhyme.
In a victory lap.
And Riggs is coming to the RB chicane for the final time today.
You got that right, as good as it gets.
I still can't believe Tyler Reif made that mistake. And Layne Riggs gains the points. There's Justin Marks coming by. His 77's destroyed.
Separate the two of them.
And Layne Riggs to the final corner. And he'll burn it down for a mighty long time, as he should. And there's his crew hanging out by the front stretch, or by the start-finish line. And here comes Layne to take the checkered flag. Well, not really. He's going to go burn it down, put the nose next to the wall.
He made it all the way around.
He's going to burn it down with his crew on the wall and spraying water on the windshield and throwing his water bottles at him. Oh, man. What a burnout. 34's out of gas.
Dylan Capello, the racer we talked about, he gets the win here, and he's going up to race in the Cars Tour next week.
Well, they've been a great combination, and when you look at crew chief driver pairing,
and Layne's going to come out of that thing a winner for the fourth time this year. Layne Riggs pushed out of the hood, and he'll celebrate here on the Navy base in front of every single man and woman that protects our country and keeps us safe. And gets and helps us do what we just did today.
In the last 4 weeks.
3 out of the last 4 for Layne Riggs. He's peaking in the summertime.
That's right, Jamie. Layne Riggs will forever be the first race winner here at Coronado. Layne, what does it mean to you to know your name is going to be in the history books for NASCAR forever with this win?
Layne Van Riegsbergen came to play today, man. The second street course win. We're undefeated at street courses. Hey, much respect, Shane. I wish I could be as good as you one day, man. But I'm going to take all my glory here in the truck series. But thank you to everybody at the end. I don't even know what happened at the end. It's sparks flying, people wrecking, staying in the throttle. I was running out of fuel the entire last lap. It was like St. Pete all over again. Great job with Reif there. I wasn't going to – fake left to scare him, and he missed the corner. I wasn't really going to dive it in there, and it worked for me. So – I hate that Chandler got taken out there in the 11. They definitely had it won. They beat us on strategy. We just didn't have the tires, and when we stayed out, because we could make it to the end on fuel, the tires prevailed. Just what a crazy race today with the strategy and everything else. But, yeah, amazing historic win. We got Mattermost on the truck this weekend. Thank you to everybody at Ford Racing. Joey Han, you the man. We're 2 for 2 on street courses, man. This is awesome. So, yeah, what a historic event. So, thank you to everybody that's involved. Hopefully, we put on a great race for all the fans that have never seen NAS trucks before.
You talked about how crazy this race was, but your team prevailed. How special is this group of guys that has helped you deliver week in and week out so far this season?
It's great. I mean, it's just we worked so hard. We were close last year, and this year we're just really hitting our stride. I mean, until the last lap to the 30 and the 11 wrecked, I was going to finish 4th or 5th, and it just fell in our lap, which I feel like things rarely fall in our lap in a good way. It's usually on a bad note. So we're using our luck up now. We just got to keep it paced through the season to make sure we have just enough for those last few races.
Congratulations. Enjoy this one. Layne Riggs with a historical win here in San Diego.
Layne Riggs going to take the checkered flag.
Layne
The first
Van
ever
Gisbergen.
winner at San Diego.
That was
Faking
a
left,
winner, but
getting
they did a
Tyler
great
Reif
job.
to
And
overcook the
in
RB
these types of
chicane.
races, you just
Here it
have
is
to
again.
keep
Lane
yourself,
fakes
in
left.
it until
Reif
the
comes
end.
in
You
hot.
hear about that movie, talk
Wheel
about
hops and
faking left,
overcooks
then
the
just
chicane.
allowed that 42
And Lane
truck to
beats
look
him
in
out of the
mirror
way.
and go a
Reif
little
has
bit
to
too
stop.
fast into that back
And
chicane
Lane scoots
and
on
caused
to
him
victory.
to miss that, so he has
To
to
take
stop
the
in
win.
the penalty box right there.
I can't
on the
believe
exit.
what I just
And Layne
watched.
Riggs goes right on by to win the race.
Oh,
I
my
want to say thank you to Layne Riggs. I mean, he said
That was
I wasn't
incredible.
gonna
On
move,
board.
I just faked there. That opened up the door for
Reif
him to
locked
make
up.
that move.
Wheel
Great
hop.
racing by Layne Riggs.
And
Much respect
Reif's going to
to
put him in the wall.
for the job
Lane
he did.
slid to not have that happen, and Reif stopped. And Lane won the thing. What a race. Thank y'all for watching here in San Diego. Layne Riggs
Agony of
outduels
defeat, but I think
Tyler
this young
Reif.
man keeps his
And
head
that's
for
it
the effort he
from
put
San
in today,
Diego.
Josh.
Oh, here's Tyler Reif.
Yeah, standing by with Tyler Reif. Obviously took that one hard, leading on the final lap, and then we saw what happened in that chicane. Bring me through how hard you were pushing and what ultimately you could have done different.
Right. I mean, pushing 101%. Obviously, I was just way over the tire there, and I heard one back with Layne, and I just didn't want him to have a chance to get to me. So it was my mistake. I mean, it's very unfortunate that I did that, and I don't know how many more chances I'll have like this, but I'm sure there'll be more, and I'm going to make sure to not make that mistake again.
Still a strong performance from Tyler Reif here.
Deserves a lot of credit, man.
That
Did a great
was
job. Impressive
an
driving
incredible
up
last
through
two
there like
laps
he
for
did. That
Tyler
smile.
Reif.
I hope
He just
can go
couldn't
home tonight and
quite
lay down and
get the
say,
win.
I gave it my all,
But
and I did a great
this
job.
should
and put
give
myself in
Tyler some
position to win a
confidence.
truck
This is
race.
his first
And
time
what, just his 7th
he's
start.
had a chance to
Amazing.
win a
The
race
attention he's getting,
in
well
this
deserved. So he
big
ended up
NASCAR Truck
19th after
Series.
missing that corner.
And that's
Well,
all
the
from
runner-up
San Diego
showed
for
up
Tyler
to
Reif.
pit road with
There's Daniel
a
Hemrick
that
with a
looked
flat
like
right
that.
front,
And
finishing
Daniel Hemrick,
second.
when you think of the day that you have had and the swing of emotions, where are they right now?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. It's bittersweet. I did a terrible job executing the practice, got some trouble. And these guys, this 19 team, busted their tails to get it back. It was just as good as it was, really, before I got in the wall in practice. So just being mired back without track position, we finally got that. And then, yeah, when these things come down to them, you just got to keep yourself in the game. And really, really proud of every one of those number 19 Napa Auto Care Silverado team. Everyone in Bill McNally Racing, McNally Hillman Racing, appreciate their fight and effort. I don't know, when you run side by side for the lead, and then the 42 caught me off guard a little bit when he was defending into the bus stop. When he lifted, it caught me off guard, and I got into him with the right front, and I was coming to the white. When that happened, I thought we were all crashing, but they had a right front going down the whole last lap. So as disappointed as I am to run second, count your blessings with the day that we were able to put together, and we'll go continue to fight.
Daniel, we've been talking all season. I'll come see you in the holler before a race, and you guys have been looking for a finish like this. What will this do for the last 5 races before the chase?
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell you in the holler. Like no matter what happens this week, you go and show up next week. So that's what we'll do. We'll go back and prepare and be ready for Lime Rock. Obviously, got a lot of work on the road course girl here to get it ready. But we know we need a little bit with the road course program. But I feel like we have taken a step forward this year compared to last year. So yeah, proud of the fight, proud of the effort. Once again, just appreciate Napa. All they do for us and our sport, Motion Industries, Gates Hydraulics, just the folks that allow this to go week in and week out. It's easy when you're in a slump and not running and qualifying and practicing and racing like you want to race to get down and people start doubting you and your group. And I haven't felt that one bit. So that's cool to be a part of.
Bill McAnally was down here walking beside the truck as
The
it
kind
arrived.
of
He raised his
race it
hands
was
and
for
said,
Daniel
"Yes, we'll
Hemrick.
take
The
it."
steering wheel ended up on the
Well, it was
top
a
of the
great
roof.
run for Daniel Hemrick,
That's
and
all
certainly
from San
something to be
Diego.
proud of, and
Lane
what
Riggs
he's shown
steals
us
it from
on these
Tyler
road
Reif
courses,
after
street
Reif
courses,
overcooked
going
the
to
RB
another one in a
chicane.
couple of weeks,
And that's
perhaps
all.
it'll be
From Naval-based
his day.
Coronado, Lane Riggs is going to
The
victory
point
lane
situation
with
and
the
how
checkered flag
the
on the
unfortunate situation
tailgate
on
of the
last
truck.
lap of
And
Caden
Lane
Honeycutt.
Riggs is 65 points ahead of Caden Honeycutt. And with all that NASCAR stuff going on, the FIFA World Cup just said, fuck the point standings. It's World Cup time. Thank y'all for watching. See you later. RB out. Peace. They really booted off NASCAR in the middle of the point standings for the World Cup. That's insane.